Hi everyone, I'm Susan Mulvihill. Welcome back to my garden. You know, we had such a crazy winter and I feel like I have more cleanup than ever before, especially in my flower beds. And you probably are feeling the same way. You know, this week's column is about composting, and it's gotten me to thinking about all the ways we can reuse and repurpose the materials that come out of our gardens. We don't want to haul it away, do we? We should reuse it just the way nature does in the environment. So here are some ideas. When we mow our lawns, there are 3 things we can do with the grass clippings instead of paying to haul them away. The first thing is called grass cycling, and essentially you're recycling the clippings right back onto the lawn, and it works really well. So when you're mowing, instead of bagging them, you let the clippings fall right onto the lawn and they're going to feed your lawn for free. How great is that? Another thing you can do if you haven't used a weed and feed on your lawn is you can use those clippings in your garden and in your compost pile. So in the garden, you can mulch with them around your plants, and those are going to impede weed growth, and I'm all about that, and also help retain moisture in the soil, which is so important. So those are great for that. In your compost pile, grass clippings are a great source for nitrogen, and when you're making compost, you always need 2 parts nitrogen to 1 part carbon. So it's important to have plenty of greens, which is nitrogen, for your compost pile. You know, we gardeners love to have everything nice and tidy, don't we? And especially in the spring. But don't rake up the leaves under shrubs and other plants in your flower beds. They will decompose to feed your plants and the microorganisms in the soil. They'll keep the weeds down. And on top of that, they'll help the soil stay moist. So I just saved you a whole bunch of work. You can thank me later. When I was cleaning up our flower beds, I was paying close attention to the different types of stalks that I was cutting back. That's because I wanted to find some that had hollow tubes. These ones actually came from daylilies, and I think everybody has daylilies in their garden, right? The reason these were really important is because I wanted to cut them to short lengths and then poke them into nooks and crannies of our insect hotel. Now, if you've never heard of such a thing, the purpose of an insect hotel is to attract beneficial insects and pollinators to your garden, which is a very good thing. What they do is they hibernate in here, they lay eggs in here, and then you have more of the good guys in your garden each year, and that's great. If you are curious about seeing how this one went together, my husband and I made it 2 years ago, and we filmed a video of the whole process we went through. It's great fun. So you can find a link to it either on susansinthegarden.com under the videos menu or on my YouTube channel. So I hope you'll check it out, and also pay attention to what you're finding in your garden beds. Now when it comes to the last few items from your garden, you're probably going to have some small diameter branches like these and a lot of dry material such as plants. Both of these can be run through a chipper shredder if you're lucky enough to have one, or you can rent one, or you can carefully run over them with your lawnmower. Both of these items can also be added to your compost pile. They're going to be adding carbon, and remember the ratio is 2 parts nitrogen to 1 part carbon, so make sure you don't overload your pile with too much carbon. Or branches can be shredded and used as a mulch, which is great. Now, if you do any or all of the things I've mentioned today, that is so great, because think what you're doing for the environment. I'll see you in a week.